Hey everyone, welcome back to M&R Show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Malcolm.
And today we have a special guest, someone I consider a deep friend. My friend Jalen. He's a host and a media savant, as I would like to call him. He does a lot of different stuff in the media. You can catch him on his social media and everything what he's been doing, but he's great guy. So Jalen.
What's up, man? What's up, Malcolm? What's up, Ron? I really appreciate the love, man. And I hit up Ron. I was like, ASAP. I was like, man, I gotta get on the show at least one time this year, man. So it's a blessing to be part of it. And I've been watching y'all show since day one, for real. So I'm a huge fan, man.
For sure.
Hey, man, I appreciate you being on the show today. I heard you got so much stuff to say about, so I'm ready to hear it.
Hey, man, honestly, I'm gonna kick it off with this. Honestly, with the NBA right now, man, I'm a huge NBA fan. I don't have a certain team. I'm more of like a player guy. I like seeing players. So for me, one of the biggest surprises this season is honestly seeing the development and growth of Miles Bridges, man, in Charlotte. And I didn't even realize. I realized about last week he was leading the team in scoring. Like he leads the league he leads the team in scoring. And it's just crazy to me how everyone thinks of him as like a dunker. That's what I used to think of him first coming in. And now he's just still doing the same dunks, but it's like he really is developing, man, for real.
Hey, I definitely feel you. With a guy like Miles Bridges, he has improved every year. But I think that one thing that really helped him out is, the acquisition of a guy like LaMelo Ball. I think one thing you could say that he is improving his jump shot and stuff like that, but LaMelo Ball is giving him a lot more opportunities, especially at the basket. Because I think that with Miles Bridges, you give him easy baskets, and then once you get the easy baskets, you can focus on everything else in your game. And I think that's what's making it a lot easier. So most definitely, Miles Bridges has done a very good job this year, especially with Charlotte doing a better job. To be honest, it's crazy because you have Gordon coming in. You still have Gordon Hayward, and you have all these other Terry Rozier and all these other guys. But the fact that, Miles Bridges has took that next step where he's a good scoring threat, it makes Charlotte a lot more dangerous than they were last year. And it makes a guy like Gordon Hayward, who came there for an opportunity to get more touches, reducing the touches. So I think that's going to be a problem going later in the season. But I just think it's a good development so far for the Charlotte Hornets team.
Yeah, I think LaMelo is the leader of the team. He's 21. I mean, he's the leader of the team. You can tell by how the players repost him when he scores and everything. And he clearly, when he gets everyone involved, he's like, you said like what LaMelo's been doing for Miles Bridges is really like what Trae Young has done for John Collins. Very similar.
Definitely.
That's what he's a similar player as well. They even have a really pretty similar skill set. John Collins is just 6'10". He's Miles Bridges 6'8", 6'9". So besides like the little weight and height difference there, they have a similar game, dunker spot, but can shoot the three. So I think he's averaging 19.8 this season. Basically, we're gonna say he's averaging 20 points per game. He's averaging 20 points per game this season. I think he's been playing really good. I'm really excited to see if he makes the defensive leap because he has the size, he has the speed. It's really just like a will to go because they have some length in Charlotte. You said LaMelo, what is he, 6'7"? Rozier's like your small guy, 6'2", 6'3", but then Hayward 6'8". He's 6'8".
You got Cody Zeller in the paint, man.
You still got Uber off the bench. He has some length. PJ Washington is really their closing five. He can shoot the three and he can defend. So they have length on the team. It's a really good team. They're just young. And I know Malcolm wants to talk about Gordon Hayward. I think Gordon Hayward is a pretty good passer. So I think he's helped too because, at least not yet. He hasn't gone in that selfish mode. He hasn't done that yet. At least it hasn't happened yet. It seemed like he's the closer. I think that's his role. He knows that for this team, him and Rozier are your closers. So I think he's kind of accepted that and on some team basketball type of thing.
Yeah, he has to get a bucket, honestly. I think Gordon Hayward, I thought coming in, Gordon Hayward was gotta be the go-to guy in a sense. Sure. Especially like ISO situations. But it's crazy, like it really is revolved around LaMelo, which we knew that was gonna happen, but it's setting up for Miles Bridges, just like you said, John Collins, Trae Young. Could even say like Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, in a sense, So it's dope, man. Just seeing them with the announcers. Everything's lit in Charlotte, man. Honestly.
Yeah, probably the best announcers in sports. This man Miles Bridges goes up for a dunk. I looked at dunk. I'm like, the dunk was actually not even that good. The one at dunks, it was okay. I'm like, yo, but the energy that announcers are giving you, man, you feel like he dang it jumped over the backboard.
Yeah, he said.
Shout out to announcers for Charlotte. All right, Jalen, your second one.
Shoot, my second, I wouldn't say surprise. Like, me personally, I'm not trying to brag. I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think it was gonna happen like this. Demar Derozan has legitimately like reminded everyone like he's the best mid-range player in the league, in my opinion. Just straight off, like, bruh, he's literally top 10 in scoring, ahead of Zach LaVine, which I'm be honest with you, I did not think that was ever gonna happen at all, but it's happening. Yeah. And it's really scary, man. It's really scary. And that's one of my like huge surprises, man. He's doing everything. Like, he's shooting the three better. And I think he's just getting way more exposure than he did with the San Antonio, obviously. But I think Chicago is just a perfect place for him, man, with that type of point guard and Lonzo Ball too.
Oh, man, no, you're definitely right. And I hate this because, you know, Chicago Bulls fans, you know, they finally waking up out of the trenches and start talking and yeah, my team is this, my team is that. Like, no. Calm down, man. Calm down. It's your first time being good. But though, I think that when you look at this Chicago Bulls team, they all can shoot threes. And once you space the floor for a guy like Demar Derozan, he can be able to operate in the mid-range. And I think that's one big development that you see this year with a guy like Demar Derozan. Last year in San Antonio, there wasn't really a lot of shooters in San Antonio. And so this year you got Zach LaVine, you got, you know, Nikola Vucevic. Lonzo Ball has been way better in the three-point shot this year, especially last year too.
Yes.
So, you know, and then you got Javonte Green, who gives you that occasional three-point shot, and he's a you know, solid three-point shooter. So the floor has opened for a guy like DeMar DeRozan, and when that happens, it's deadly. And DeMar DeRozan has really improved on his passing abilities, which is more of a threat now than it was before. So I think that's one thing that you got to look at with the Chicago Bulls team. They're a fun team to watch, and their team is dangerous this year.
Yeah, DeRozan is hooping for real. Like, I was a hater last year. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I'm just gonna say what it is. I was a hater last year. Clearly, like, I was like, DeRozan, because he's supposed to go to the Lakers. He wasn't supposed to be Bull. So I like what the Bulls are doing. I think they'll get to at least the second round. I didn't think they would at first. I think they have a chance, at least second round.
Me personally, I really got them in the conference finals. I said that last year, and I'll say it now, man. Like, I really do. I think from like top to bottom, honestly, I don't see any team in the East that can just compare to them when it's in 7 games. Just
the Nets.
When it comes to, you said what?
The Nets.
But who's guarding Vucevic though? Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just like little things like that. Can Blake Griffin keep dealing with Vucevic? You know, the three, the post, like it's madness. Like I just don't know like who defensively, just like offense. Of course, the Nets can keep up, but the Bulls are the 2nd seed in the East right now, man. And
you got the Bucks coming up too. You got the Bucks. Sure. Don't disrespect the Bucks.
They're hurt right now a little bit. Yeah.
They signed DeMarcus Cousins. I saw that. That was cute, but it's not beating Vucevic, and you got to worry about 2 explosive shooting guards, or you could say a shooting guard and a small forward, whatever you want to take it. That can jump out.
They have for Giannis though. They have no Giannis stopper on this team. Javonte Green is going to be getting Radford legend. We love him on the show, but God, like
he's going to get killed. He's going to get killed.
And then when Javonte goes out the game, who the heck is coming in form for y'all? I truthfully don't know.
Because Patrick Williams is not there. He's out for the season. He's out for the year. He's out for the season.
And DeRozan, there's no way. Like, it's just no way.
I just think if it was, I don't think it's going to be Nets Bulls. I think it's gonna be Bucks Bulls. Me personally, depending on like what happens, like with seeding and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think the Nets, man. The Nets. Sure. I know. I love the Nets. I love them. That's like one of my favorite players, like all time for real. But the Nets, man, like I just don't see that playoff pushing them, man. I just see a good team. They can really score. They're great, but I don't see them really closing it out in 7 games, like when it's down the line, man. Because if it's not KD, can we really trust Harden in that situation? Can we? Like, can you really trust him?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, that's a bold take. I'm definitely gonna put this on the video when I need to go and promote. So I'll make sure you know that.
This is the promo. It's the promo.
It's the promo video right there.
Okay,
that's a bold take.
Let's do it.
But I think when you're looking at a guy like KD and Harden, I mean, yes, we figuring out Harden's having these struggles back and forth, but at the end of the day, we know how Harden is when he's at his top level, and I think that he will be able to be at his top level sooner rather than later. you still got LaMarcus Aldridge on that team as far as big wise.
Oh, yeah,
you still got Nicholas. So you still got Nicholas Claxton, and then you got Joe Harris going to come back. They got some pieces that's injured right now, and we don't even know about the availability of Kyrie, because if you look at the politics side, they got a new mayor right now. The new mayor says he's going to do different things too.
I wanted to speak on that too, because
Go ahead.
No, I don't want people to like kill me, because
Kyrie.
If Kyrie was back, then my take would be completely different, brother. I just want you to know that right now. Kyrie's not there. So let's just clarify that. You good.
Nah, I'm just making sure there's so many options that you got going on. And then with the Bucks, I think the Bucks are just a bad matchup for the Bulls altogether. I think the Bucks have, they have the guards, the forwards, the bigs to be able to stop anything that the Bulls can counter. So I think that second round is looking like a good spot of where the Bulls are going to be. They can be able to go to the conference final. I see that as a ceiling for them. But as far as no bench, I like Caruso, but Caruso isn't a scorer. He's a do-it-all type of guy, and I think that's going to be a problem when you need that scoring off the bench, especially when the starters start getting tired and you don't know what's going to happen. So
the Bucks are a atrocious matchup for them. But that'd be an amazing playoff series, Nets Bulls though. I mean, that's must-see TV. Offensively, must-see TV. Now I would predict the Nets to win that, but I think it at least go 6-5. Malcolm, what do you think? I don't know the exact.
I think it could go. I don't know if it could go 7. It's either if it goes 6.
It'd be a good offensive series. You would see some good players, and there's no one really guarding it. I mean, the Nets are better defensively, but no one's truthfully gonna be playing crazy defense. Either team is not gonna really be playing this amazing defense. I'm really into, but the Bucks, if they match up against the Bucks, I think they have no chance, because Jrue Holiday is gonna take out. I'm not saying he's not gonna erase Levine or DeRozan, but he's gonna give him a heck of a fight. And then you have DiVincenzo come back, who people just forgetting about. DiVincenzo is amazing, bro. 3-and-D.
But people, you mean on the Bucks, right?
Yeah, and Grayson Allen. What in the world is going on?
Grayson Allen's on that team. So I like the Bucks going back to the finals, me personally. So I mean, that's why I got going to the finals this year for the East.
Yeah.
But you can't sleep on Giannis, man. I think the Cousins signing really. It could be a win-win. I don't think they need Cousins, me personally, but
he's the backup to Brook Lopez, I would assume, right?
Yeah, Brook Lopez injured right now, so I think they need him.
Oh, he's injured. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So
it makes perfect sense, because he can shoot the 3 ball to get Giannis' way. That's why he signed him, probably.
Yeah.
Big body.
Yeah. So okay, makes sense. All right, you can go ahead, Jalen. What's your next one?
Oh, my next one? Oh, you got me on the spot. My next one is honestly, I'm gonna say this is my last, I guess, surprise for me. And it's I grew up in the Eastern Conference, so I love the Eastern Conference. So I'm gonna stay in the Eastern Conference. The West is just madness. So the Eastern Conference, man, honestly, the Wizards, let's just be honest. The Wizards,
yes.
When they signed Kuzma last year, well, was it summer? It was summer last year.
It was a trade in the summer, yeah.
Yeah. It was a good move, and I didn't know how it was gonna happen. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just knew Kuzma wasn't gonna get too much mentally, messing him up. And I think it's a different environment. It's a better environment for him. And I think Beal loves the team, man. I think Beal loves it. Obviously, he wants to stay. And the Wizards I think they're the 4th seed now. So it's amazing just seeing them being a top 5 seed. And being a John Wall fan, I didn't think coming into, that season that John Wall not being there was going to do that to them, but they actually have been better.
Wizards fans, and maybe Ron. I just want Ron to talk. So I want Ron to just take it up somewhere. I don't want to bring it down. I don't want to bring it down on Ron.
Yeah.
He's was just saying he's excited.
I mean, look, man, we don't do too much winning in DC. Period. This is just not a city of winners. So it's just when we get any type of hope, it's all right, man. I don't care if we win one playoff game. Bet the team. My big thing about the team just fights. It's a team that fights. I hate a team that's soft. The coach is scared to make adjustments. Bench your player in the 4th quarter. This team will do anything to win. That's just I think they're embracing just DC, period. They're using DC mentality, and it's on the team. I think that's why the city is kind of getting so behind the team. Yeah. And also, Montrezl Harrell, I have him as at least top 3 for 6th man of the year. He's been that good this season. Him and Tyler Hero are probably battling it out right now. So it's been really good. Kuzma defensively, I think he's been one of his things he's been pretty good at. He's been really good. And for some reason he's like averaging like 9. I think he's averaging like 9 boards a game.
Yeah.
It's been, I don't know what's going on.
Double, almost a double.
Yeah, like it's been insane. It's really because like this Wizard center is like a crazy. He's like a defensive center. So when he's going for the block, Kuzma's the rebounder. Like somebody has to be that other guy to get the board. So I mean, I've been excited with the team. I mean, I think they won't finish 4. They'll probably finish like 7, which I think is my prediction, right, Mal? Something like that, 7 or 8. Yeah. I think they'll get to like the 7th, but I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup versus the seed. They need to stay healthy. I would love to see Rui back. He's probably literally our best defender, at least our best lengthy guy. But he's going through this little mental health thing, so I get it. So I'm excited to see the team healthy, and I hope that they bench Bertans when that time comes.
You don't like Bertans?
No.
I'm a Bertans fan. I mean, He's cool. I mean, it's not better than Nene back in the day, but
no, definitely not.
Oh yeah, most definitely better than Nene.
God,
it was a good part for what they've done. But I mean, one thing I can look at, I mean, their team is you're just right. Our team are a bunch of fighters on their team. You know, a bunch of people who've been in situations where they've got letting go. The only thing I have to worry about is Bradley Beal. His shooting has been horrible this season.
Terrible.
Let's hope that's been good. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know who Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal was working out with, but they needed to stop. This year they need to stop because it's definitely been bad. The trainer has not done a good job this summer. Yeah, he should be fired because what he's been doing before with Jason Tatum and Bradley Beal is bad.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been too deep in what's it called? Bradley Beal's play. I have, but when it comes to his like development, what do you mean he's like really out of shape? Like how bad is it?
Shooting wise, we have a problem.
From the
One
three.
thing I can say, shooting. Nah, not out of shape. It's more of shooting wise. But another thing about Bradley Beal, I could say, which has been good, is his playmaking ability this year. I really like that's more improved. And I'm saying that I think Bradley Beal's on his way out. I mean, this is a very good team.
God.
That was a hot one.
I still think he's on his way out. I already told Ron, I think that he just has a place in another place that is open for him and is ready for him. And I think that's Boston, but we let that go.
God.
But, you know, at the end of the day, but I think this is a solid team. First round, it would be a first round exit team, but at the end of the day, this team has fight. And I think it's going to be a problem when Rui come back because Kyle Kuzma's spot is going to be, you know, difficult.
Yeah. And I know it's y'all show, but I wanted to ask y'all a question. Like, I know we talked about the East, but are there any subjects like in the West that y'all want to talk about? I know we've been heavy in the East right now.
You have one more?
I mean,
I have one.
We can definitely talk about the Lakers. What you think about the Lakers, though?
Okay.
Because we seen what's going on in the Lakers as far as struggles and everything like that, and you know, we have G on the show, and he's had made a hot take that they're not going to be a top 5 team. So you know, what do you think about the Lakers?
Okay, me. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. My favorite. I'm gonna just say this out the gate. I'm a player fan, so I've always been a fan of Dwight Howard. You know, growing up, my last team that I liked was Orlando Magic, and that was like 2012, like right around the time he left. So I've always been following the Lakers, you know, just as a fan. But I love LeBron. I love the Lakers, but man, I just think it's so much regret with that Westbrook signing sometimes as a fan. I mean, I'm not a fan of the Lakers, but just seeing, I love Westbrook, but sometimes there's some days where you feel like, man, the Lakers are going to go crazy. But Westbrook's kind of messed up the pace, and it's just like sometimes it seems like the players don't know what they're doing on the court. But overall, I think the Lakers, I think they're going to finish strong still. I still think they're going to finish as a top 3 seed overall. I think, you know, at the end of the day, we know LeBron. You can't doubt LeBron. That's one thing I'm not going to do at all until the man retires. You know, so I'm not going to doubt him at all. I got them to finish in top 3. That's what I got.
Top 3 in the West?
In the West, yeah.
Yeah, I think LeBron's COVID now too. Like, it's just not a good season for the Lakers. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah,
they gave freaking Black Jesus COVID. Like, I thought he was invincible. If you had me 3 years ago, but he get COVID, I would laugh. Like, LeBron can't even get the flu. What are we talking about?
Exactly.
LeBron can't get sick. Like, LeBron missed 71 games. Like, what was it? 15 years. Then he misses 71 in the last like 3. But I mean, age and we all know LeBron. I think when he played 3 seasons in playoff basketball, that was the statistic 2 years.
Oh, didn't even mention the Olympics.
So then the Olympics. So it's like his body's probably getting to him. I don't know. The Lakers just scare me because like the teams like the Jazz are just healthy. The Suns, the Warriors, we know are going to pace higher. So it's like, can they outbeat maybe the Jazz and the Nuggets? Those type of teams are just going to maybe just play harder throughout the regular season. And Westbrook, I mean, we've already talked about his trade enough on Instagram and the show. I just think the Lakers just messed up by getting him because it's not even him. I mean, it's him, but it's what you didn't do because of him. Like the Buddy Hield and then keeping KCP, 2 shooters. Then you lost on Lowry and DeRozan. It's just it's what you didn't do. Like he was option F out of like 6 choices, and you just chose the worst one. Now I don't know. Like you say, Casey. Like why is everyone else Lakers could have had either kept on the team or lost on are doing good. Like every single person.
For real. I think the biggest loss is honestly Caruso, man. I think just coming from a defensive standpoint. I love Wayne Ellington, but let's be real. I love Wayne Ellington to death, man. He's a shooter. You know, I love him to death. But honestly, I think the only positive signing for the Lakers has been Melo and Dwight. I mean, when it comes to just like OGs, I think Melo is gonna definitely be that spark. You know? I'm a huge Melo fan. You know, I love Melo. You know, top scorers all time. Me personally, you know, I love him. That's a bad man. But I think for the playoffs, he's definitely gonna come up clutch, man. I think it's gonna be some real, like, it could even be like a situation with LeBron last year in the play-in tournament with the Warriors. It's just like that 3. Who can hit that 3 off last seconds? I think Melo can be that guy for that team.
Any last things, Mount?
You said Dwight Howard. You a Dwight Howard fan. That's before you're saying that Dwight Howard might be a good pickup.
But without Dwight, I mean, you trust DeAndre on those boards or Dwight?
I really don't trust nobody.
Wow.
I need AD at the 5. Tell him like you need to stay at the 5 because I mean that's the point. But then you look at the fact that 2 of their supposedly starters in Kendrick Nunn and Trevor Ariza hasn't even played this year yet at all. So I think there's just a lot of problems that we just have to look at with this team. And this team is not a defensive team. I think one thing that I've seen from a post I was looking at about how the fact that AD was so adamant of not being a 5, it hurts them on defense. It really does hurt them on defense to the fact that they don't got the perimeter shooters no more. And the fact that they don't have not perimeter shooters, but the perimeter defenders anymore. The fact that they don't, it gives opportunities for them to be able to do a lot of switches for AD to be on the perimeter, and that they don't have a guy in the back because Dwight Howard is not what he used to be anymore. I'm not seeing even the Philly Dwight Howard this year. I'm seeing a different guy this year. And then you know DeAndre Jordan was not even a good pickup to start, so I think that was a problem too. But I just think that, and then like spacing wise, I just see that you bring in a guy like AD, you get AD at the 3-point line a lot, which is, you know, supposed to be development for him, but he's missing the shots. So if he's missing the shots, you got to give him easy opportunities, and you can't give him easy opportunities when you have a guy like Dwight Howard, DeAndre Jordan clogging up the paint. So, you know, that's the problem what I have with the Lakers so far. So it's so many problems, so many issues that you can pinpoint about the Lakers. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, everything you said was honestly that was on point, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because it's just like I'm not a Lakers fan, but it's scary, like what's gonna happen, like who's gonna really step up. And I just think, me personally, I think DeAndre Jordan was a pointless signing. I think you just signed 2 of the same player. I mean, Dwight and DeAndre Jordan, that saves their career now. It's like they do the same thing. They catch lobs, So I mean, I don't know, man. I still think LeBron, at the end of the day, if LeBron is healthy, you know, all those protocols or whatever with his body, I think they still have potential to be a top 3 team. I still think so. We can see after the All-Star break too. That's my take though.
Sure.
And I think Westbrook has been balling more though, and his field goal percentage has been up way more in the last 5 to 3 games.
Yeah, for sure. I haven't seen that with Westbrook, but so I think we covered a lot today. I mean, thanks for coming on again. I'll let you drop your Instagram before we end the episode.
Hey man, shout out to Malcolm and Ron, man. Ron and Malcolm, top of the show, man. I got love for y'all. My Instagram, y'all can follow me at jhodges.tv. JHODGES.TV. He might put it down here. I don't know though, but
we will. Most definitely will.
He will. So thanks for having me, man. For real. We're gonna see what this season brings.
For sure. And yeah, just all make sure you all are subscribing in a live chat, all that at MNR on our YouTube.
Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Malc and Ron Show. And thank you for coming out again, man. I appreciate all the bold takes that you really had. It was some good bold takes. Now, if y'all want to continue looking at some bold takes that Ron got, follow us on Twitter at Malc and Ron Show. But all right, y'all. See y'all later. Happy holidays.
All right. Happy holidays.